What makes Mount Dora special? It's kind of, I don't know where to start or where to finish.
Mount Dora, I love Mount Dora. It's the cutest, sweetest town. I've lived here my entire life.
This area just has the charm. That's why they call it someplace special.
Mount Dora, I think it's one of the nicest towns, and it's just, it looks like a Hallmark city.
Mount Dora is one of the quietest, coolest places you'll ever be in your life. It is the best kept secret in Central Florida.
You are not going to believe this place that's less than an hour north of Orlando. Aside from the warm summer temperatures, this doesn't feel like Central Florida. This downtown is one of the best I've ever seen. I'll get to that, but this starts off by hitting the water.
Mount Dora sits on Lake Dora. That's a 4,500-acre lake. If possible, visitors should take the opportunity to hit the water.
Everybody knows Mount Dora for its historic charm, but a lot of people don't know about Mount Dora from the water.
There are several ways to get out on Lake Dora.
You can go out on a cat boat. We have a couple of cruise companies that are pontoon boats. They do nighttime cruise, daytime. We even have our local boating center who actually will rent you a boat.
Cat boats can be rented from Catboat Adventure Tours. Other tours can be booked with Rusty Anchor Mount Dora or Premier Tours. Pontoon boats can be rented straight up from Mount Dora Boating Center.
Instead of having to go on a tour or do a guided tour, you can get out on the water your own way.
Being on the main part of the lake is fine, but the prime attraction here is the Dora Canal.
You gotta go see the Dora Canal because it's a beautiful mile of water that's so natural Florida.
This is almost everyone's destination when they boat out of Mount Dora.
It's everybody's favorite thing. When they rent a boat, they always say, "Can I get to the canal from here?"
The canal is a little bit more than 1 mile long. It connects Lake Dora and Lake Eustis. The first part has homes and rentals on the banks. After a bit though, there are no more structures, just pure nature. The canal is just wide enough for 2 boats to pass. This is a no-wake zone for the entire length of the canal, so there's no choice but to enjoy the scenery at a leisurely pace.
It's beautiful, it's peaceful, it's natural, and there's no cars, you're not racing down the road, everybody has to go the same speed.
The Dora Canal is considered the most scenic mile of Florida waterway. Actually, it's the most scenic mile, a lot of people say, in the world.
The Dora Canal is several miles away from Mount Dora, but it can be reached rather quickly.
We are about 20 minutes from the canal by one of our pontoons, and then of course, going through the canal, it's all no wake, so you'll want to allow yourself probably about 35-40 minutes to go through there.
Every turn on the canal reveals scenery that appears to be even more exceptional than what came before. Quite often, alligators can be spotted in places within the canal, but I saw only birds. Back on land at the edge of the lake is a spot that I enjoyed tremendously. That is Palm Island Park, which is located just a short walk from the main part of town. This little park's main feature is a boardwalk that winds through the forest and out over the water in places. It's relatively short, but packs a lot into that distance. I did get a couple of alligator sightings here, and the birds were also plentiful. One guy just sat and posed as I wandered along the boards. Early morning is a great time to come before the heat builds and when animals are more active. Plenty of people show up to make the boardwalk a part of their morning routine. There are some opportunities within the park to leave the boardwalk and hike on some sandy trails. That was a fun experience as well. Don't forget to look up, as the view to the sky through the trees is quite impressive. One note, don't arrive too early. The trail officially opens at 7:30. I got there 10 or 15 minutes before that, just as the gate was being unlocked. Near the entrance to the boardwalk, there's a life-size sculpture of Old Joe, a 15-foot alligator that cruised Lake Dora near the turn of the previous century. Also nearby is a relatively recent addition to the landscape. The Mount Dora Lighthouse stands on Grantham Point. Dedicated in 1988, the 35-foot structure is adorned with a striking red and white stripe. The light can be used for navigation and is one of, if not the only, such inland beacon in Florida. There are other parks around Mount Dora and plenty of green space. The town is infused with elements of the natural beauty that surrounds it. For recreation, there are pickleball courts, which are busy early in the morning and into the evening. But there's another game that is much older, lawn bowling.
This club has been operating since 1928, and we have probably a little over 200 members.
I would describe this as being very similar to bocce ball. A target is established first, then players alternate trying to get as close as possible. Lawn bowling balls are asymmetrical, so the path that they follow is curved instead of a straight line.
We bowl 6 days a week here. Just show up at 9 o'clock in the morning or 8:30 in the summertime. But just the history of lawn bowling, and you try to keep it alive for our present members, and hopefully new members will join us.
The Mount Dora Lawn Bowling Club facility is on the edge of downtown. In the heart of the small downtown is a place unlike any other. It's the Modernism Museum, featuring one of the largest known collections of modernist art and furniture.
It's a place that kind of focuses on furniture that was made more functional but still art. You think about MTV, that's kind of what they look like. They're very fun. They are functional, but it was more about the color.
The museum features some of modernism's most famous artists. Work from the Memphis Group, a collective of artists from Milan, Italy, which was active in the 1980s, is prominent. The late musician David Bowie was drawn to the art and artists.
We became enthralled with Satsis, which is the gentleman who started the group. We purchased 19 pieces from the Sotheby's auction when his estate was for sale in London.
People come to visit from all over the U.S. and from many foreign countries.
You know, they can come in here and enjoy themselves and see something they've never seen before, probably. If you leave here and you're not happy, there's something wrong with you.
The Modernism Museum is open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Admission is $8, but there are a number of discounts provided.
One thing that makes this place so unique for Florida is that you head up and down actual hills. I'm on 5th Street heading towards Baker, and it's a pretty good rise.
Mount Dora sits at an elevation of 184 feet. That's up there by Florida standards.
There's a lot of hills and, dare I say, almost mountainous areas in Mount Dora.
They don't believe it until they actually walk up Fifth Avenue and go, oh my gosh, I'm out of breath. That didn't look like a hill, but it is.
Those not up for a walk can grab a ride from Mount Dora Transit.
Come and hire us, we'll take you around and tell you all about the city.
Mount Dora Transit offers tours or just rides from point A to point B.
It's a quaint, kind of unique little town to what Florida used to be.
The downtown part of Mount Dora is compact and full of well over 100 shops and restaurants. There are shops such as Becker's Best Shoes, where community members gathered for a social event while I was in town.
Mount Dora to me reminds me of that small town feel, great little shops. Most of the business owners are family-owned businesses. Everybody's nice when you go in the shops, and there are no chain stores down here.
Edge on 3rd Coffee Shop is a recent addition to downtown.
We can make hot or iced coffees. We even make some breakfast specials from time to time.
In addition to drinks and goodies in the shop, the owners have founded the Mount Dora Coffee Company.
Our own 100% organic beans that we are sourcing and roasting ourselves. We serve it here exclusively.
The Salty Fry Eatery has worked so well here in Mount Dora that the brand might be expanding soon. There are a number of items on the menu, but the hand-cut fries are the star.
We are 100% gluten-free. We tend to the celiac community.
Several different combinations of toppings provide a good deal of variety for customers.
It is excellent. I mean, if I could eat here all the time, I would.
FYI Creations is certainly a unique kind of store.
It actually stands for your imagination, and when you reach into our store and you see what's around, the art that's in here, you use your imagination to its fullest.
Wood salvaged from nearby swamps combined with lights make truly one-of-a-kind products.
What I do is I take freshwater driftwood out of the local spring areas around here, turn it into some beautiful driftwood art, and decorate it with some lights and stuff, and they're called chill sticks.
New on the scene is the Opal Peach Boutique. A brother and sister team started this tiny shop.
Peach Boutique is a boutique, a micro boutique. We sell clothing, we have resin art, like coasters, domino sets.
The boutique is part of the Mount Dora Marketplace. That's a collection of shops and dining spots, all in one location.
It's nice, so it's like a bunch of small businesses all in one.
The marketplace is home to Wolf Branch Brewing. I grabbed the double IPA and enjoyed it with my brother and my sister-in-law. Mount Dora is one of those places where many of the old buildings have been preserved. It provides a pleasant alternative to the normal movement and flow of Central Florida.
We have a lot of people who come in from Disney who say, I just want to get away from the rat race. And they come here and go, oh my goodness. It's almost like I took a step back in time.
So you just have that nice, quaint little feeling. All the buildings are the old buildings from in the early 1900s.
There's one property that certainly stands out in terms of its historic charm, the Lakeside Inn.
We have a gorgeous inn that's well over 100 and some years old that, again, gives you the opportunity to experience a different time of life.
The Lakeside Inn was built in 1883, making it 140 years old this year. The website for the property maintains that it is the oldest continuously operated hotel in the entire state. It is absolutely a treat to visit. Out of time and possibly out of place are ways to describe Mount Dora. The town is unlike any other place in this part of the country.
There's some people that were just in here this morning from Boston that said that it reminds them of New England.
People used to call it the New England of the South because it has some of that charm.
I'm here in summer, but in Mount Dora and most of Florida, this is off season. To see this town at its best, come anytime from late September to early May. When I came to Mount Dora, I was unsure that I was going to do a video. I was sold pretty quickly. I think you will be too. See you next time on Old, Alone, and Far From Home.